Since people love to fact check me, let's start with some facts, okay? Polling just came out that says that Harris is only up by 2 points, 50 to 48 over Donald Trump nationally. A CBS YouGov poll says 51 to 48. An NBC poll says that they're 48 to 48, which means it's a dead tie. In September, in these very same polls, Harris was up by 6 points in the ABC poll, which is the first poll. She was up by 4 points in the CBS poll, which was the second poll, and she was up by 5 points in the NBC poll, where she is now dead tied with Donald Trump. Now, why is this? It's because of the economy. Genocide should be the biggest issue right now, but it's not. 59% of Americans are saying, as of right now, that the economy is getting worse for them. And on the issue of Palestine, polls show that in all of the swing states, 80% or more of Democrats or independents support a permanent ceasefire, and 60% support an arms embargo of some kind. Now, what's the point of me telling you all this? If they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to protect democracy, they would. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, yes. He is a threat to democracy, yes, but he is one of many. It is a threat to democracy when a majority of your base is telling you that they want to see a ceasefire in the war that you are funding, and you're refusing to actually do the ceasefire. It's a threat to democracy when the Democratic Party refuses to actually have a real primary process. It is a threat to democracy when popular policies like Medicare for all, robust climate intervention, and other things like that, housing affordability, those are the things that are top of mind for a lot of Americans, and is a threat to democracy when the parties that are running at the top of the ticket have absolutely no policies to address those things. It is a threat to democracy if the only reason why you are voting for Kamala Harris is because you do not like Donald Trump, not because you are actually inspired by any of the policies that she is putting forward. And what's really frustrating about the vote blue no matter who, folks, is y'all are more mad at us for actually having real policy demands than y'all are at Kamala Harris for not having any solid policies that actually address the issues that Americans are having. Because if the Democrats wanted to win the election, Kamala Harris would come out in support of an arms embargo and the Democrats would stop committing genocide. If Barack Obama actually gave a fuck about black people, and especially if he gave a fuck about black men, maybe he would chastise the Democratic Party for not having a strong black agenda. Or maybe, just maybe, he would have actually spoken up about the black man that was getting executed by the state of Missouri a couple of weeks ago. But neither him or Kamala Harris had anything to say about that. So basically what I'm saying is, if Johnny has two apples, the Democrats could win this election if they actually listen to their voters. Period. This is a big part of the reason why I continuously connect what is happening in our foreign policy back to how much money we're spending. Because Americans care about their money. This just is what it is. If Mamala wanted to win the election, okay, she would focus on domestic spending that alleviates the economic stresses that Americans are feeling. But she's not focusing on that. So that's the reason why she's struggling in the polls. It's not about Jill Stein. It's not about Jill Stein.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of One on One with Smurf, man. I'm so excited. Every time I talk to you, Smurf, man, you know, we have conversations before we log on. I feel so much better, man. I have a better thought process than I used to have, you know. Sometimes you gotta attack from the outside in, you know what I'm saying, instead of just going in directly. So anyway, Smurf, how you doing? How's your headspace?
You know how it is. I'm struggling, but hanging on. I don't have a
Yeah.
hard life, but things have taken a weird turn. Power to Ofini, man. She goes straight to the issues. It's true that we're living through difficult times, and people are not making the link between foreign policy and domestic policy and domestic situation. It's if it's all about the money, well, it's simple on the table. Like the math don't math. Like How can you
Yeah.
spend a trillion and have like military budget of a trillion? And that's what we think. We don't know actually how much Pentagon is like spinning
Yeah, we
around
don't
here
know.
and there.
We don't
They
know.
they failed their audits.
Audits.
So so the U.S. has a top of problems added on each other. Like even the Roman Empire collapsed upon its own weight, and it didn't have like a half of the problems that the U.S. have in the modern era and in the post industrial world, and there's a lot of problems to overcome. And if you're spending all your power on military industrial complex, well, you have no power at home. Anyways, so yeah, Ofini, man, she's so based.
Man, Feeney, wow, like, I just, Feeney does all the work, talking points for me, man. I don't even have to do this shit no more. I just go back to being a sports Twitter account and fucking, what the fuck I be doing. Yeah, man. Feeney, right, like, so like the part where she talking about Obama, the reason why black men don't support the Democratic Party no more in general, period, is because like that song said, what have you done for us lately? Like, you know, what since the '60s? After that, what Lyndon B. Johnson did, and what the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. Like after that, then the war on poverty or whatever Lyndon B. Johnson did. Like after that, then what the fuck else you have done? Ever since then, we had the fucking um war on drugs. Well, that's under Reagan, but still, Democrats had a part in it. Then the crime bill. Now that was under Bill Clinton, and then the bankruptcy bill. I mean, so then the '08 housing crisis, which black folks lost their home. Fortunately, my grandma.
Citizens
Um,
United was before the housing crisis or after? I
yeah,
don't remember. Yeah,
before
yeah,
1977. Yeah,
yeah,
Citizens United. Yeah, when, yeah, when like with Citizens United, like when they said that money is speech and power, money is speech. Everything went to fucking shit. Everything
yeah.
went to shit, man.
Yeah, such a dangerous precedent that a company can is an individual actually. Like a company can vote, a company can yeah, a company is a person, a company is this is so weird.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and if a company is a person, then that company is a bad person in society. Like
yeah.
um,
That
there's a
company should be
few,
in jail.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because what the company doing to the environment, dumping toxins into the water, um, what it's doing to its
Yeah,
workers, abusing its
company.
workers.
Companies, if a company wants to have rights, they need to adopt people and house people. Like, if you want to be a person, you need to have a person responsibility. Like, I don't know. What am I saying? I
Exactly.
mean, like, if that corporation wants to be a human, it needs to have like a whole human interface. Like, um, to be like yeah, of course you can't put a company in jail, but what are you going to do about it? Like put the CEO or
Yeah. Start.
the administration council and they're only pursuing profit. Like a human's life is sure to pursue profit, but it's only a means to an end. The company is pursuing profit, but it is not a means to an end. It is the objective. So uh, the the main thing, the main power we have on companies' behavior is cut their money, like
Yeah.
uh,
Or tax the living.
regulate and then the transactions. But when a company gets federal funding and pays off its investors, we need to we need to be there, and cut those strings, like and
Right.
make sure that yeah, you can pay your investors, but you can't pay that much, like, and you can't pay it with our money, like.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to tax and regulate those motherfuckers, to be honest with you. Tax and
Yeah.
regulate. You know, that's why, the corporation, money is speech. They tell politicians, hey, I want a tax cut, or I want, a subsidy, or I want deregulation. Like, I want to dump my chemicals into what shit, name river, the Ohio River or some shit. Like, just things like that, you know, I always say blame the corporation, not the politician, because politicians are not they don't have any power. The corporations do. Corporations run Washington D.C. The lobbyist gremlins is all over Capitol Hill. Picking somebody to do the dirty work for them. So yeah,
But then again, we have a little bit of power. Like if we regulate, like that's the thing we can do. Like the company seems like the master, but it's operating on the rules we set. Like
yeah,
if there's no profit in it, well then that means if there's no profit in poisoning us, well then stop poisoning us. Like they're gonna
exactly.
stop.
Yeah, if you poison your workers, you ain't gonna have nobody to work in your corporation. Like that just don't make any sense. But you know, um, they do anything to benefit their bottom line. Cut corners. Like you look at these cars they make now, like so many recalls. See cutting corners. Um, the Boeing, for example, that's a good example. Speaking of transportation, like fucking plane doors coming the fuck off while you 30,000 feet in the air. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know, um, the CEO of Boeing should be in fucking prison. That's fucking murder, man. To cut corners like that, you putting hundreds of people's lives in danger because your profit margin. You want to fill your profit margins up. Like, you just fucking. That's a fucking evil shit, man. It really is.
We talk about those issues, and I realize that it's those are very complicated problems that you'd have been addressed from the left, from the right, from the top and the bottom. But I should really read up on this. Like, I feel like I'm a bit of it, grasping at straws, like about the relation between the corporation and the state, and because sometimes I feel like I speak out of turn because I'm not too sure how the money works, like, but I know it has an effect. I know that
Yeah.
the politicians never fulfill their promises, and the people, they know what they want. It's very simple, like Ofini said, like the people are not, they're not super educated, but they know they want healthcare, they know they want the school and the bridge and the road and a good pay and the house. So like those are, at least, those are basics, like, but they're like, people, they want that and they're not having it, and there's the power to get it to them is in the political hands, but um corporations got both sides. So what the fuck, I'm repeating myself in circles, but
Nah, you good. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
okay, I keep coming back to this model that once the company's gone, like, it's gonna go elsewhere in another country.
Right.
Like, how do you chase it there? Like, they divided the world in different countries so they can go and abuse another box. Now this box is barren to them because we threw them out, but they'll come back in 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. Yeah. They go to Mexico because
Yeah,
they see Mexico doesn't have stringent regulations as the United States,
yeah.
so they go to China, and they see China don't have regulations like that. So yeah, they don't care nothing about the worker. Like, that worker probably been working there for what, 20, 30 years, and all of that work is gone because trying to meet a bottom line. Like, you know, this is why the average American person needs to wake up because you know Americans are too busy fighting over each other over Kamala and Trump. It's bigger than that, man. Like, yeah, I talk about Kamala Harris every now and then. I talk about Trump every now and then. Yeah, they both fucking idiots. I hate them motherfuckers. Fuck them. But you got to look beyond them. Like, it's somebody that's
Yeah.
got them
It's,
hanging
it's
like this.
Yeah, it's just a football game, and they pretend like,
Team
okay, if
sports.
the Blues win, you'll get your sandwich. But like, and then like every time they flip the game, and they know the Blues won't win this time, you won't get your sandwich this time. Maybe next time. Keep hoping. But like the damn thing is like, we're not gonna. We're not gonna get out of it because it's look at France, like, um every step they pretend like, oh, but yeah, Andre, you won the race, but you didn't really pass it and salute. Oh, but if you look, I did pass and salute. Oh yeah, Andre, you're right, you did pass first and salute, but you didn't ring the bell. Oh, I should have ring the bell. Okay, but
Damn,
if you
that's
know,
why.
I can't ring the bell. Oh, well then, if we're just not gonna give you the trophy, Andre. We're just not gonna. You won the race. You blew the whistle. You rang the bell. You saluted, but we're still not gonna give it to you. That's what's happening in France. He's every time there's a new goalpost, and they keep moving the goalpost, and eventually the left won the election, and they're making compromises with the defeated government for them to give them power, and they're not
That's
giving them
saying
power. Imagine having to debate with Trump so that he gives back power, and
exactly.
it's not even his to give. He's not even he did no. Everybody hates him, but he has the keys.
Hmm.
It's a fucking theater, man. It's every time at the end.
Political.
Yeah, if you don't have the army, the judicial, if you don't have you need all of this, and you need the people.
Yeah. 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 Like, yeah. Same here, man. Like, Democrats say, "Hey, you vote for us, we'll give you that $15 minimum wage." But you
Yeah,
vote
Roe v.
for them.
Wade, the
Yeah.
gun safety.
Yeah.
It's they get you with the shining object, and
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you vote for them, then you be like, "Where the $15 at?" Oh, well, the Senate parliamentarian, they
yeah.
cosplay. They say, yeah, technically, Senate parliamentarian say you can't, pass that. You can't get that done. Then you be like, "What the fucking fuck? You just told me if I vote for you, I get $1,500. I mean, $2,000 check or $50 minimum wage." Like,
Back
you
then,
know,
you didn't tell me that I could work on it if I have the House, if I have the Senate. I'll try and put in a word for you. Like that's
yeah.
not how they put it. The way they put it is, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna do things for you. But anyways, like we're
Yeah,
just we know these things. Like what we need is like raw black powder.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. Um, I see. Especially like when it comes to like looking beyond like the politicians, like um, the reason why Joe Biden won't get a weapons embargo is because APAC, like APAC, is a foreign agent, unofficially a foreign agent. They telling them, hey, you better still send money, weapons to Israel, or or well, he ain't running no more, but if he did, or we'll give more money to Trump. Same with Kamala. She gotta lick Israel's boots. Like a post I posted on Twitter this morning, like they saying that the dogs correspond with the country, and you know who the United States dog is, right? Oh man, so yeah, man. I think
The wagging the dog, but like the dog wagging the tail and the tail wagging the dog, and the expression
yeah,
loses all meaning because now the conflict is out of control.
exactly, man.
We're getting to a
Yeah,
point where, like, it used to be that. the U.S. would threaten people with war, but now it's like the U.S. is like threatening people with like getting out of the war. Like they're so afraid of something
Right.
going on. They can't. U.S. cannot manage any conflict anywhere.
No, I can't. You know, Rome said something that was real interesting too. He said we have no on the ground game. You know, all we got is just fucking drone strikes. Like we
Yeah,
ain't got no on the ground game. Like,
yeah, yeah. And
like
you need that.
yeah, like yeah, like Israel ain't got no on the ground game either. Like if they gonna go on ground on hand to hand combat with Iran, Iran gonna destroy them motherfuckers. Like it gonna be game set match. So so yeah, I'm just so
Yeah,
sick and tired of the arguing with my family, my mama especially over this. Like, see, they think Trump is the dictator, but ain't Biden like this don't correspond? But did Biden the same one that said if you don't vote for me, you ain't black? Now, that
yeah.
sounds kind of like dictator like nobody thinks about that.
Well, it's a soft dictator that worries about getting voted for. It's a really soft dictator because your typical dictator just don't give a fuck. There's no voting. There's just him and God. That's it.
All the dictators have something in common. Like, they keep saying, "Oh, I'm chosen by God to run
Yeah,
this country or whatever." I'm like,
yeah.
okay, yeah,
It's one of
okay,
the oldest tricks in the books to be the king. God named me king. And it's an old trick and it works. It always works. And I'm thinking about it now, and I think, yeah, it's one of the best tricks to get people into your stuff. Like, yeah, it's a message from God. You don't get it. Sit down. I get the crown.
yeah, that's so true, man.
Yeah, they call
Yeah,
it, they call all those monarchies by divine rule. Like rule of King of France, dictated by God; King of England, dictated by God; King of Spain, dictated by God. It's always comes from God.
yeah,
Or and if it comes from like in reality, it comes from blood. Like they killed somebody and then they took the crown.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Or be like Hitler, or be like manipulate the minds. Like
yeah.
Hitler was a good speaker. He manipulated thought millions upon millions of Germans. Yeah, we know how this story went. But
I think we're so ripe for somebody that come like it's like I think the equivalent is a bit like Trump being the populist, talking to the aching points of society without
yeah,
addressing them, without any hope for addressing those problems. He
yeah.
will actually talk about them and rile people up and get people on his side, like, like it's demagoguery and yeah. But anyways, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Whose crown are we taking today?
Oh man, Trump, that populist era he had worked so well that the Republican Party have no choice but to coalesce around Trump. So you
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? Like, so really,
yeah.
it's the party of Trump. To be honest with you,
Oh yeah, oh
but
yeah.
but somebody said something on YouTube live stream. They said that they believe that Republicans try to take out Trump with the assassination attempts. What do you think about that, man? Oh, that sound kind of
There's valid thinking in it. There's valid thinking because they like the same establishment that hates him on the blue Democrat side is the same
yeah,
establishment on the red side, and
yeah,
they really hate him calling the shots before the shots are taken.
yeah.
So, like we discussed that before. Like
Oh yeah,
he's trying to look smart by telling the people on TV that there's gonna be a war and I'm gonna stop it. But the establishment really doesn't like him talking in those terms, straight like that. No talking points. No. no easing you into it, no, so no, they really, both sides hate him. Both sides of the establishment hate him.
That's so true, man. So true. Liz Cheney's of the world, the Lincoln Project, crazy now, Democrats used to be the like not anti-war party, but like against the war, like against wars. But you when you got a warmonger like Liz Cheney endorsing you and you embracing it like it just, it shows the
Yeah, things
Democrat
change, man.
Republicans both on the right. Like
Yeah,
this one right party is just one of them. Like you said, sprinkle a little bit. Give you a shiny object. That's the only difference.
and you think about it, and I think in American history, the Republicans are actually the old rebel. Back in the day, the Republicans were the Democrats, like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the libertarians, free thinking. They were Republicans.
Yeah.
And it's the script is reversed, but it's the same thing. It's the same
Yeah.
factory owners. It's the same plantation owners. It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It shows you, man. Um, well, this is kind of a weird question, but will you think it'll happen again? Like, will the roles be reversed again, or you think
If it
ain't?
given time, yeah, given time, yeah, because it's a
Yeah.
very stable system. It works. It works to keep people in check.
Yeah.
Like people think they have an engine to get democracy, and they keep like pressing the gas, and they think that the car is moving because of the engine.
Yeah.
But and just the make believe of it is enough to for them not to revolt. But
Yeah.
that like we talked about that before, like that's an art to make population believe that they have a democracy without giving them agency is an art, and they're not that good anymore at doing that with like the right tempo. Like an orchestra master will be like, okay, so they just got a big hit from Bernie Sanders and they're disillusioned. Now we gotta like spread it thick with some
Yeah.
BLM or something, and
Yeah.
then yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the orchestra dude. He's like feeling the temperature on the street, but they're not that good anymore at doing that, at analyzing what people want, what people understand, what people want to do.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna lose the control. That duopoly is used to be a very effective and stable machine, but I think it requires a lot of know-how, and they don't have it anymore. They're losing
Yeah.
control. Trump is a phenomenon, is a symptom of them losing the narrative.
Yeah. I think when Trump got elected, um, I think the strategy definitely just flopped completely. As for like you said, yeah, all the Democrats have, especially, is identity politics, like BLM, LGBTQ rights. Yeah, that's all they could throw at you because they know that if they offer you policy based shit, that's what most of the people give a fuck about, especially in Louisiana, my area. Yeah, it's a Republican area, but these motherfuckers need health care too. Like, they need health care. Like fuck all the identity shit. Like, I hope I ain't going off wrong, Yeah, LGBTQ rights matter, obviously, right? Yeah, Black Lives Matter, but area I'm at mostly white, mostly
But I
poor.
mean,
Like,
if we all have decent pay, we're not gonna
yeah,
fight
hey,
about any of that other stuff.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
I'm being simplistic. I'm being stupid there. Um, but I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
like I
Okay,
mean, in the great wrestling match of society, um, I'd rather have the black man and the gay man as an ally to get a good pay than have them as adversaries for public opinion. Like, oh, you have your fight, I have my fight, and so we're dividing all the public opinion. We have to unite on issues and maybe not unite on certain other issues if we don't if it doesn't feel like it, or I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I, it's not because you helped me with the revolution that I'll necessarily help you back with everything you like, but I'll certainly welcome you in the movement to do the revolution.
Hundred percent.
We don't want to close too many doors, but again, with the door closing, yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, fuck this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Like, yeah. Um, the gay guy, the black guy come together. Maybe they need more better pay. You know what I'm saying? That's one way rather than just
That's
different.
gonna sound weird though to the auditor.
What? Yeah. Um. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, like it's a person that I'm talking about. A person that I don't really care for, but you know, it's a lot of people that a lot of folks don't care for. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you got you got to work with them to a certain extent. Like, I ain't saying don't take no shit off of them. No, no, you ain't got to do that. Like, when it gets personal, fuck them. But if we both agree on something, I'm willing to work with them. It might be a little awkward, but if we reach our end goal, then shit, we might like each other at the end. You never know. Um, that's why I learned from like being on Twitter for the last 3 years. Like, it's a lot of people on here just, I don't know, maybe they have, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect either. I'm not shit. I want people to think I'm bourgeois. Nothing. No, I'm not bourgeois. But it's a lot of people that did things, said things that probably was out of like in not in good faith. That was a good faith show. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the policy, like hell, they agree with me. You see what I'm saying?
I just didn't find the right wording, but the way the unions will go about it, saying those lines is, they're really trying to divide us among as workers. They're trying to divide us so we don't get together on important issues. So
Mm-hmm.
like, there's stuff that we can get together on issues for, but the main thing is the salary and like the human conditions, like uh so like they're trying to divide the doctors and the nurses, for example.
That's a good point.
And actually it's the same fight, and even though one is in a really different bracket of pay, like
Mm-hmm.
if we work together we can both have a better pay. And
100%.
it is a really, like, it is a hard chess match to play. Like, you really gotta work both public opinion, unions, government contracts, and a lot of private going on in between. Like, there's commercial deals going on between, like, unions, hospitals, and providers of different, like, services. Like, I don't know in the US, but in the Canada, even though we have like a semi socialist system, we still have a lot of like PPP, private public partnerships. So
Okay, that's good,
so
man.
yeah, like, I didn't find the right wording, but like there's always like a lot of work to do to like get people to work together on one issue, and they all come together from different angles, and they have all different engagement in it. Like, you won't see many doctors like on the front line, like doing strikes for a better pay. But
Exactly.
eventually, like, their heart is not in it as much as the people that are underpaid, because they have a decent pay. Like, they can live well. Like, that's what we want. So because they have it already, they're not willing to like sacrifice to get it again. Like they have a different angle on the same issue than us. But actually, we can both work together to increase both our situations. It's just that we don't like it's gonna take a lot of work to get their engagement at the same level than us.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Smurf. That's a great analogy, man. I wouldn't put that. I couldn't put that together like that. You're right. Yeah. I used to work at this engine plant. It was a while ago. It was right before COVID came. I was a contractor there. And you know, you know how you hear stuff like, the actual workers there don't like us because, you know, they think we are inadequate or whatever like that. But
Yeah,
but
outsiders,
yeah,
impure.
yeah, yeah. Some of them said we beneath them. Like we ain't shit. But without us, they wouldn't be able to run efficiently. Like they need us, we need them. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, a little gratitude goes a fucking long way. It's crazy, right?
yeah, like,
If only the king would come down some every 2 days and tell his second in command, dude, I wouldn't be king without you. And if the second
hmm
in command would just stop being so worried because the king comes down and tells him every day he's doing a good job, second in command will not try to be king and keep his head and take the crown. So like a little gratitude goes a long way, and like it goes both ways. It's like uh every like situation has a power dynamic,
hmm
and it really sucks. Like
Yeah, yeah, it does, man.
it's like
Like,
animals back again. It's like the animal kingdom back again. Who's the biggest? Who's the loudest? Who's the strongest? Who's the richest?
yeah, yeah. And then I know this don't have nothing to do, but like if they catch us slipping, they will tell our because like we go all over the place. They'll tell our boss, and because the contractor has a contract with that company, they have to abide by whatever the company says. Like if they caught me smoking, I could no, you can't smoke on the parking in the parking lot. But if they think I smoked in the parking lot, but they don't even have to have no proof. They could just say, "Hey, you gone, you fired." Like see shit like that. Just But the craziest thing is we both have the same issue. Like they want better pay. We want better pay. We want more rights. When I used to be a contractor, because if you're a contractor, you ain't got no rights, man. Like it's ridiculous in the United States. Like a lot of companies actually rely on contractors just because of that. Because I can break my arm or something on the in the at that job, and all they can do, they just say, "You get the fuck out of here." Like I
Yeah,
can't sue them. Like you can't sue. You
it's
can't like.
almost a black market.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I hate about those. Kind of like temp jobs, man. I hate those temp jobs. They really fuck you over. You know. Um. Yeah.
You do
So
an interview. You do an interview for a job, and like the office is new, everything is new, brand new. The guy's so clean, everything's brand new. And you're like, oh really? And yeah, the salary is super high, and like everything looks great. And 1 week after, like there's nothing. It's all gone. Like there's nothing there. They're either only there for the subsidies, or they're there for the databases they build on people, or they're there for some online casino bullshit they're like into, or who knows, man. Things are crazy these days with the deregulation,
yeah.
and the appetite for like It's like yeah, black market. It's like
It's a black
I
market.
want
Yeah.
something done fast, cheap, and yeah, I don't want any responsibility for it. I don't want to pay the real cost of it. Actually,
Yeah, yeah. Like if I get injured, they won't pay for it. They could just toss me out in the trash and get some other dude to do it, or no benefits. Like I can't go to the doctor and get with health care. Like no benefits. Basically, what really is like a one strike thing. Like hey, you fucked up, you out. Like it's a black market, and I think temp jobs should be eliminated. I think if you just hire the people onto the job, like why you need a contracting, but why you need that all that shit? Like just hire them on, but they won't do that. You know why? The money, right? You know. But to me though, it feel like these corporations that hire contractors, they're spending more money to get them on. Rather, it would be more
yeah,
efficient. It would be
yeah.
more efficient
That's
to.
crazy. If you would only show them a graph how happy, well-fed, well-paid people are more productive. Like if you
Mhm.
would only show if why like nobody ever did that. Like they want to like keep the pressure on you so you keep being servile and like you keep asking for crumbs. Like they don't want you happy, fulfilled. It's like an insecure boyfriend or girlfriend. Like I don't want you like independent and happy. You might leave. Like I want you like hurt and afraid and like weak, and so like that is toxic.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah. Um. You know.
But yeah,
Uh.
actually, that's how the whole market is. Like,
Yeah.
if we had a house, a job, well-paying job, and a happy life, we wouldn't be going into the army. They need you desperate. They need you. They need you like yeah. They need you
Smart, man.
hungry and yeah. So everything that's not provided in society weirdly is provided to those who accept the chains and the links and the they make sure you know about it.
Exactly. Like, if you want to go to college, well, you can't afford it, but the military has scholarships. You need health care. Tough shit. The military, the government provides the military with health care, or your job do that you probably hate. Maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, but you need health insurance because you might have a condition or whatever. Or like you said, like you
And ask a
it's
veteran. It's only bullshit. Like it's
it
none of
is.
it.
Yeah,
None
I
of it
know
is
that.
even true.
It is. It's bullshit. Like, man, like what makes sense to me is these people. They probably young. They decide to join the military because the propaganda machine, like you said, Smurf, works. Like they thinking that they're fighting against the enemy. Like the United States have no fucking enemies. We make enemies. They hate us. You know what I'm saying. They go over there. They fight. Yeah. They get their fucking leg blown off, or or they get PTSD for seeing things that they're not used to seeing. They come back over here. You know, they mental health fucked up. They health overall health fucked up, and they homeless. Like, tell me, like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's why I didn't want to join the military. Like, my mama asked me a couple of times, like, "Hey, Andre, you join the military, they pay for your college." I'm like, "Fuck that." I I know that this ain't student loan. We shouldn't have student loan debt, but I'd rather be in student loan fucking debt than join the motherfucking military. Like, shit, man. Oh
Yeah,
man.
ask Aaron Bushnell how that worked out.
Oh
Like he
lord.
made the right choice, and he just was too late. Like he, like imagine like you made all those choices, and now they're telling you, yeah, you're gonna go watch over Cyprus
Mm-hmm.
because we have assets there. and you know very well what any job on the military base is actually doing. You're facilitating the bombing of children and homeless people and refugee camps and you're stuck with it. Like at least if they told the truth, like, hey, we're gonna put a band of guys together and we're gonna go steal oil in some country. At least, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like, it
Yeah.
would be crass, it would be nasty, it would be wrong, but at least, you know, you'd get the criminals you deserve, and then you'd get the sentence you deserve, and you get the, like, I don't know, like if like the soldiers of Athens, some of them would still get PTSD from killing the invaders, but when you do violence for, like, to defend your house, it's not the same as doing violence to go steal shit in another village. Like, it's not the same. Like, it is not. Like, if, like,
Yeah.
and anyways, like, I have so many problems with the military, and it's only the tip. The violence is only the tip of it. Like,
Yeah, but think about this though, Smurf. If they told the truth, what the real purpose of joining the military, then nobody would join. Like people say,
Some
fuck
some
that, man.
freakos some freakos would, like, the
Yeah,
Ukraine
some is.
war. Like, there's a bunch of freakos like so happy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
I know you're talking about
Israel has a contingent of
a bunch of rejects.
independent independent soldiers. How they call it? Soul warrior.
Yes,
Like,
a freedom fighter or some bullshit.
no,
They,
no, the term is lone warrior, I think, and it's like the people from all around the world that go and fight for Israel.
yeah, some actors, some reject actors, like,
No, the
yeah,
psychos, man. They're racist psychos. They like to shoot at brown people, so, like, they're
yeah,
gonna give them
yeah,
weapons and they're gonna send them off.
yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, you're right though. Yeah, the
Scott,
military, if
Scott
they,
Wheeler was right. They're like mercenaries or people with no skills except to kill. And, like, I used to think
yeah, you talking
mercenaries
about
were
though,
cool, but, like, that's bad.
yeah,
That's like,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, you talking about,
if you're
mm-hmm,
gonna go to a country just for a sport of killing, and you're gonna put a paint of, like ideology over it, it's bullshit. It's just psycho.
yeah, yeah, you're right too. That's a good point. Yeah, a bunch of psychos, fucking right wing based psychopaths. Yeah, oh yeah, they don't give a fuck who they
They're not
kill.
all right wing. They're not all right
Yeah,
wing. Some are just, lost
yeah,
humans that really have no more skills or no more
no
appetite for life.
morals,
And yeah,
no morals. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, some
so
liberals, just a bunch of liberals. They're the blue MAGA or blue Obamas up in Ukraine
blue
for
bombs.
freedom, for democracy, for women's rights, for to oppose the tyranny, to oppose. The wording is infinite.
Yeah, yeah, it's a illusion. Like all this shit
Yeah,
is just illusion.
yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. So the U.S. military full of a bunch of psychopaths that don't need to be. Well, I hope I don't get counseled for this. They don't need to be in society because they serve no purpose. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
And they're
I'm
just
not,
prisoners. Like most of the
yeah,
military, they're just prisoners of a society that won't give them anything, and a poisoned mind by the media that's really not letting you make the choices you need to make correctly.
exactly.
Yeah, so I have pity on the servicemen that, like, they really work hard. They really,
They do.
like, put some professionalism into what they do. They
They do.
learn really, like, precise science to do their jobs. Like, there's really, really good people, like, but they've been channeled into this so that they would eventually, like, have no choice but to sign the bloody contract, like, and
Yeah.
they're stuck in it now. Like,
Yeah, yeah. That's the main reason why Eric Bushnell did what he did. He realized, like he said, it was too late. You know, you know, he- man, it's. who knows, man? It could be more Evan Bushnells out there. Like, but they didn't record it.
Yeah,
Like like I know you heard about they want to reinstate the draft, but so they're just gonna have a bunch of Call of Duty playing TikTok dancing dudes in there, and women in there, like, like
but that's not their
yeah,
plan. Their plan
yeah.
is to actually. Their plan is to get the migrants. Migrants are in good shape. Migrants are desperate.
Oh yeah, I ain't thought about that. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 A lot of those migrants are working illegally. Yeah. Putting them to work. Or if
Yeah,
they get
and so
hurt,
the
they throw
deal
them out.
is, if you serve in the U.S., you'll get citizenship.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
they'll soon be sending regiments of Haitians, Guatemalans, name it, from the South America. They'll soon be sending battalions of those.
Yeah. Oh
Those
yeah.
people, yeah, you don't need to speak English. Just you need to learn an M16 and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they get PTSD and other stuff.
Shit.
Then hey, Smurf, like you said though, man. Hey, the citizenship. If they get hurt, their citizenship gone. You go back to Guatemala, Haiti. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, just the United States is just an evil ass empire, man. The Roman Empire, man. It's like the Roman Empire. It's going to come down
But it's
fast and hard.
different. It's different than the old empires, because
Yeah.
this empire is made out of corporations that are not American. They have their foot in America, but they're
Yeah.
not. They don't care about America.
Oh
America
no, they
is a
don't care.
puppet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't care, man. Yeah, you're right. They don't care. Oh yeah. I mean, it you know, like military recruitment is down. I think you know that. So yeah, they would use immigrants. Yep. Yeah. I haven't even thought of that. Yeah.
Oh, they were thinking about it. They were thinking about it a long time ago, when the first caravans broke through. Like you remember about the caravans, like the
Yeah. Yeah.
immigrant caravans. So I
Yeah.
think that back then they were like, there was open discussion about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a shame. Hey, we use anybody, anything to do the dirty work for us. To get the
Imagine
oil.
imagine being sent to your home country to do the bad shit that
Oh
caused
fuck.
you to leave your home country.
Oh my god,
Imagine
bro.
going down to Colombia, killing a village, making it to look like it was a drug feud, and then hopping back on the helicopter back home to sip in a hotel on the beach. And that's exactly why you left your home village and you're back with the Empire doing the same shit. Imagine the horror.
Hey, I just thought about this. Imagine if they did that, but they decide because that's they family they fucking with, or they native folks, they turn on the United States. Like that happened before, that happened before 23 years ago. So yeah, hey, so oh man, I'm just laughing at the
How can you lose the war on drugs?
exactly. Yeah, damn, like damn. They turn on you. You use them. You threaten them with citizenship, but they decide to turn on your motherfucking ass.
That would be awesome.
That'd be all. Yeah, I support that 100%, man. Yeah, um, totally. Um, yeah. So Smurf, I know. So congratulations, man. You're officially a member of the ATP network. How you feel? Ah, shit. I know it feel good, don't it, man? Yeah, man. I should have been and made you a part of the network. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Um, you got a lot to give, man. You got a lot of good talking points, man. We need that. We need different faces, like you know, um, I be on here too much to be honest with you, but seeing a fresh face right beside me, or when you decide to do a show on your own in the future, that was the network was about. That's what I had a vision for. I had a vision for everyone that I know and like to each have their own different perspectives. Like I do like kind of like a news show, right? I talk about what fucking Obama said about black men or what Gaff Kamala said, but you could bring a perspective, your perspective or Liz or Provolone or anybody that's on the network or Damien obviously. So yeah, man. We got some big things planned ahead, man. I'm so excited. Yeah.
I'm more curious about how my enemies are feeling now that I'm grabbing some clout.
Ah, shit. They gonna
They're
call you a clout
shaking. They're
chaser.
shaking. They're like, oh no,
Oh
this guy cannot have clout. This guy's a radical. This guy is a leftist. This guy's gonna give them health care. This guy is fucking dangerous. Shut him down.
nah, yeah, we gotta counsel them if you say something controversial. Oh no, you gotta counsel them. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah,
Well,
man.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
haters.
expecting the RCMP and CSI as Canadian Security Services to come knock on my door any day now.
Uh,
Um, just the,
mm,
just the tweets, man, they can get you for it. Just saying, like, imagine they say, "Oh, you liked a picture of Hamas." That's enough to go in jail for many people in Canada. Like, oh, you like
damn.
a terrorist? Oh, they're terrorists. You like a terrorist? You're a terrorist, and so they call it apology of terrorism. So, and for that, you can go down. So, like,
That's
while
crazy.
I'm outside, I'm gonna speak out.
Yeah, like that kind of similar here. Like you talk about a politician like AOC, and but you live in California. She's in Washington. Then you have the local law enforcement knocking at your door, or
Yeah, I heard about that.
yeah, or like yeah, I'm saying I'm like you can say fuck Israel on Twitter, and your account gets shut down. I think some people's accounts got taken down for that too, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
or suppressed. Yeah, or
Yeah,
yeah,
there's people like every day you gotta refollow because they said something like about Israel yesterday, and now you gotta refollow them every day. Like, just
yeah,
just showing the algorithm that they're fucking with you and you're not taking it.
yeah. I'm shocked. I'm still on Twitter, man. Like I think I should have
Yeah,
been in. I should have been in defunct off that mug a long time ago. Like,
maybe we are super suppressed, and we should actually be at 1.1 million like each. Like,
yeah,
but
yeah,
we're super suppressed, but we're still like trying to think like shout out like, and we're still grabbing some cloud.
yeah. I really should be at what 15,000 by now. All right, but like they Twitter gon' like I've Twitter knocked me back down to 9,400. Now I'm back at 9,500. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh motherfucker, hell, that dang Twitter, man.
I wish I
Yeah,
had that reach, man. But I don't know that it changes much because now I'm closing on 2K, and I still don't get a like on stuff I write. Like I still
damn,
like
man.
nobody sees my stuff. Like, and I've gone a long way in a year, like a long way of like engagement and shit. But I still don't get much traction.
Yeah, I need to start retweeting everybody's tweets, man. I just don't want to look at that
Yeah.
timeline. But for the sake of y'all, man, the small account, hey, 2K, man, that's great, man. Like, I remember when I first hit my
No, we're
first
not
2K.
there yet. We're not there yet, and the algorithm
Oh,
might catch on. So we're keeping it on the
yeah,
quiet side.
yeah. By my numbers, I should get a lot of traction, but I guess the motherfuckers at Twitter like, no, we gotta hold this guy down. Now he doing too damn much. He sit his ass down. When you're a bigger account, like 20 plus thousand, it's hard to suppress them. You know what I'm saying? But if you under, yeah, you around like around my If you under that, yeah, yeah, they do anything, man. Like they mess with my cousin's Willow account. Like they had her suspended for 7 days for saying nothing. Like she was talking about something she did to her eyebrows or something, cut them or something, and they suspended
Oh
her for
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it crazy, man. It's a crazy place. Yeah. I'm gonna try to boost you, man, as much as I can. Like, you might get 1, 2 more likes. I'm sad. Hey, yeah, ain't got that Ty Peasant energy now. So that Ty Peasant energy, you get like 100. Well, I say about 20, 30 likes, but hey, two better than zero. So yeah, man. Yeah. While we here, on the bottom of your screen, hell, donate. Hey guys, donate to Ty Peasant. Her cash app down there. At Liz4285. Whatever you got, man. Hey, I'm gonna show a little love in here, man. It's all love. Andre Morton. Hey, hey, I'm the lover guy, man. I'm a guy love. That's what Willow said. I'm a guy love. So yeah. I got this video. This guy, he's talking in Arabic. But I translated for you, so for you so you can understand. Just
Speak Arabic?
a little bit.
What?
I could write it, but speaking it, like, yeah,
What?
yeah. I'm gonna play this
That's so
video.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. You see me sometimes. I write in Arabic, right, on Twitter.
I, I thought you just copy pasted something from somewhere, but
Oh no,
I'm sorry,
nah.
I never expected that. So cool.
One day I'm just gonna be on live just speaking Arabic when I need to like learn it more, like learn the phrasing more.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's so cool.
yeah,
Congratulations. I really admire that.
yeah. I need to learn French too. I really do. So I go to
Oh,
I can visit you. Then and I could be familiar. You know. But before we get this video, like, okay, you in Quebec, right? Montreal, right? Montreal. Um, so do you guys require to both speak English and French, or it don't matter?
now people that cannot speak English find themselves limited.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll find that some jobs will ask them to be bilingual, and on the other hand, you can live in Quebec in English almost no hiccups, which for some people is a sad state of affairs. If you're a linguistic fighter and you fight for your language,
Okay.
well, if you're fighting for French, you're losing the battle right now.
Ah,
But
okay.
but there's hope. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. You're right, man. All right, I'm finna play this video. You know, I'm glad I translated it.
ما تضلك احكي شو احكي في ضل اشي صار وما حكيتوش يمكن في ناس زهقت مني او زهقت من كمان ناس من كثر ما احنا بنحكي على اللي قاعد بصير وانا اكتشفت قد ما نحكي وقد ما نقول وقد ما نناشد وقد ما نزعق وقد ما نطلع وجعنا شفت 90% ما حدش حاسس احكي ايش ولا لمين احكي لناس بتقضي يومها طبيعة وبتضحك وبتتمسخر وبتطلع ولا عبالها اشي ولا احكي لناس كل يوم طالعين على حفلات وناسيين ايش بصير في الدنيا بس لو تجوني هضلني احكي لاخر نفس بتعرفوا ليش عشان أنا من الناس كل مواطن من غزة من الناس اللي قاعد بعاني زيهم لو أنت قاعد بتعيش اللي هم بعيشوه راح تقول مشان الله تلحقوني لأني جد مش قادر بس أكتر من هيك مش هحكي.
You seen the words translation?
It's too fast.
Okay. Okay. I'll play it again, man. Hold on. Let me
I
see.
can
ما
read
تضلك
really
احكي
fast, but
Yeah, he talk. Yeah.
the time I put the thing on in the UI correctly, and the time I put my glasses to make sure I got what he said, I probably lost like 90% of what he said. So yeah, play it again.
Okay. I should have slowed it down. Next time I'll slow it down. You know, when I had to translate it, I slow it down like half a speed or something.
شو احكي؟ في ضل اشي صار وما حكيتوش. يمكن في ناس زهقت مني او زهقت من كمان ناس من كثر ما احنا بنحكي على اللي قاعد بصير. وانا اكتشفت قد ما نحكي وقد ما نقول وقد ما نناشد وقد ما نزعق وقد ما نطلع وجعنا، شفت 90% ما حدش حاسس. احكي ايش ولا لمين احكي؟ لناس بتقضي يومها طبيعة وبتضحك وبتتمسخر وبتطلع ولا عبالها اشي، ولا احكي لناس كل يوم طالعين على حفلات وناسيين ايش بصير في الدنيا؟ بس لو تجوني هضلني احكي لاخر نفس. بتعرفوا ليش؟ عشان أنا من الناس، كل مواطن من غزة من الناس اللي قاعد بعاني زيهم. لو أنت قاعد بتعيش اللي هم بعيشوه راح تقول مشان الله تلحقوني لأني جد مش قادر. بس أكتر من هيك مش هحكي.
Yeah, basically he was saying like they are still, suffering, and there's people in other parts of the world just living their lives like it's normal, basically. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to dig into that because I feel like he's saying I have no time to talk about what's going on because I'm too busy being in my life doing what's happening. That's what I understood from the words. So what is the actual meaning? You say?
He basically saying that we're suffering. We're suffering here. Israel
Yeah.
still dropping bombs on them while everybody else partying, living their lives. Like they, people ain't showing empathy towards them. That's basically what he's saying. Yeah,
Okay.
what you said too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's kind of the premise of it too. It's the way you put it. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that it resonated with you, I guess.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it did, man. Like, it's like, yeah, like people just pretending like everything is normal, everything going good, but like people just don't care. Like a genocide happening, like that could be your family, that could be your brother right there in distress. That could be your baby head blown off, like or burnt up in those tents. I'm just it bothers me, man. Like just the
Yeah,
lack of
but
empathy in this
he's
world.
right there. Aren't we doing that? Like, aren't we like eventually we gotta sleep? Like, eventually we gotta like shut the brain, shut the images, shut the anger. We gotta sleep because and if you do that twice, or if you do that enough, eventually you
Yeah,
don't feel anything. You don't feel anything at all. You're like just focus on your own experience and.
yeah,
And sometimes I'm afraid that some people are right when they say, "Oh, if we have our cookie, that's all that matters." Like, who was it? The communist, ex-communist superstar of Twitch, nephew of Cenk Uygur.
Hassan Piker.
Yeah, son. Who was he said like a month ago? He said as long as the West has as long as we have our treats. That's the word he used. As long as we
Mm-hmm.
have our treats, we don't give a fuck. And
Fact.
I don't
Yep.
know, man. It's hard. I find it reductive and limited, but it's hard to erase from my mind.
Me too, man. Me too. Yeah, man. I cried. Shoot. I know you seen I posted when I cried that day, right? But I don't think when you start following me, Smurf, like a few months
I
ago.
don't know.
Yeah, man.
Not more than that, like at least like back in the time of Troll Talk.
What we doing? When I cried, when I had a video of me crying, what we doing? Troll talk, man. Shit. I don't
I don't
even
know.
know.
I don't
Yeah.
think I would have noticed. It would not be that much out of character. It's like
Yeah, man. Like I
you're not the
just.
kind of guy that's not good. That's gonna like fake cry or like pretend
Oh
to like.
no.
You're gonna live your emotions like, and we're gonna hear
I,
about it.
Yeah, all those people, man, all those Zionists call me I'm faking. They thought Hamas was paying me to do that. I'm like, oh no, no, no,
Would
no.
you
I
do
got
it
it,
if
huh?
Hamas called and said, "Would you cry on TV for us?" I think I'd do it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I do it, 100%. Hell yeah. Yeah, hell, it probably be real tears though. Like, holy shit. Like, Um, Hamas though, I support what they do, man. Like, hey, yeah, like you said this a while ago. It's like factions of it, but yeah, like it kind of makes sense. Like somebody come into your house and just take that motherfucker over, and treat you like shit and try to harm you. Of course, you gonna retaliate. Like, you know, international law says you can do that, but people tend to ignore that for a reason. But yeah, man. Yeah, I just wish everybody, like, well, most, not everybody, but more people pay attention, because like this shit happening to them now, it can happen here. It's going to happen here, but it
It
can.
is. It is. It's interrelated. It's because of our non reaction that the shit keeps going on. It
Yeah.
is interrelated directly. Like if we would stop buying and working, it would stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They want to
it
keep us
goes on because we go on.
right. They want to keep us distracted too.
Oh yeah.
Any
Oh
way
yeah.
possible.
Oh yeah. The entertainment system is swinging full gear. No way that Hollywood's gonna stop because there's a genocide.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
Hollywood's
yeah.
still going on, like business as usual.
Yeah, normal, yeah. Um, you know, Speaking of Hollywood, I'm so sick of Hollywood, like, glamorizing the police state, glamorizing military industrial complex. Like, I just don't even watch TV anymore. Like, that's all you fucking
Yeah,
see. Like,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. You know,
like, man,
you used to go to the video store and be like, "Oh, an action movie," but now you can't touch an action movie. There's gonna be some weird racism. There's gonna be some weird ageism. There's gonna be some weird sexism, nationalism. Um,
nationalism, yeah,
there's gonna be some Clint Eastwood hating on the Vietnamese, and it's gonna be all right, and we're gonna all laugh because he's racist. He's old and
yeah,
racist, and that's funny. And
yeah.
now he can shoot people, and that's okay too.
Yeah, and also like Rocky 4, Rocky 3, or Rocky 4, when he went to like Russia, and they had Russia cold, and you defeat the big Russian guy, Russia bad. I can't even watch Rocky anymore. Like, I used to
Yeah,
love
yeah,
Rocky. I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
watch it no more.
Entertainment is just that. If we fly too close to the heat, we might just learn something. So they fly
Yeah,
really far from the heat, so
yeah,
we don't even take a look at the issues. And
yeah,
I know that some producers, some writers, they're gonna try to slip in a little bit of reality into the entertainment, and it's good luck with that. Like,
yeah. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, yeah.
either gonna get shut down or ignored.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. What I about to say before Hollywood? Yeah, man. Like, you know, you know, they, yeah, like, we found out that Israel hit a tent in Al Shifa, and then what was on the news that Trump called Kamala Harris's supporters brainless. Like, see, that's how they distract us. They're just, you know, like people finally paying attention to some horrific, a genocide. Then Trump says something, or Kamala says something. Like, I hate this
and
fucking country, man.
and then it's gonna be professional sports, and
Yeah,
then it's gonna be some scandal with the church or the First Nations.
yeah,
And the media is there for it. That's their purpose. That's to steer your mind towards away from their wallets. Actually,
right, 100%. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. What Diddy got more allegations, or a athlete beat his wife to death with a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You're right,
We
man.
just found out that Pikachu may have touched other Pokemons. Like,
You
it's
ain't
gonna be,
lying.
it's gonna be top thing, like Pikachu memes and the Pikachu
Yeah,
lube and like all the whole shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
meanwhile, they're bombing Japan. You know, that's what's
Yeah.
happening. That's all. That's all. It's always projection. When the Israelis come forth in the TV and they say, "We're afraid they're gonna attack," what that means is they're gonna attack. Like everything is an accusation, but actually is projection. Like
Yeah.
everything they blame on Hamas, they're the ones doing it. So
Yeah.
the media is using pretty much the same tactics of projection and they lie, but what they choose to lie about tells you a little bit about the truth.
Yeah.
If they feel the need this morning, they feel the need to pay a dude and tell you the economy's fine, that means the economy's not fine.
Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up. If you
Yeah.
gotta pay a dude to come and tell you everything's fine, it means nothing's fine. So even though they say bullshit and they lie,
Mm-hmm.
you can still deduce like
Yeah.
that's what's going on. There's a bit of truth in it, but they're
Yeah.
not telling you, but you can still see it.
Yeah. Like Hamas said, not Hamas, Israel said, the hostages, we gotta get the hostages. But they don't give a fuck about the hostages. Like hostages is a illusion for them to get an excuse
Yeah,
to continue to
yeah.
bomb and kill.
Same with
So,
when Ukraine was bombing its own country, like it was an
right.
anti-terrorist operation. You know, they were bad, they were terrorists, so we can bomb them. But
Yeah.
when Russia comes and save them, Ukraine doesn't give a fuck about like its own citizens, and will they will put military material in kindergartens, and when Russia bombs it, it's all about the kindergarten. It's all nothing about like why didn't you evacuate? Why did you bomb this place for 10 years beforehand? Like it's always like the victim and it's public opinion manipulation.
Yep. And I want to give them credit, but the manipulation works every time, man. It's so unfortunate. Like, um, that's why independent media exists, man. That's why, the world needs a Smurf, it needs an Andre, it needs a Ty Peasant, it needs a Damien. Like we gotta deprogram these people because they think that shit more important, about, what sports team won or what Diddy did, when the reality is that you're getting fucking screwed. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
any
there's a lot of work to do to education. They say,
yeah,
and even that it has to be done with such openness and such a good heart, because what you're gonna end up like teaching is in 20 years it's always gonna be taken over by the nationalists, the religious, the anti-science,
uh-huh, yeah,
and even the corporations will complain eventually, like, hey, we need workers. They take too long in school. Like,
oh shit, yeah, that's what they doing
yeah.
now. Yeah,
Well,
check
it's
reversing
like
child labor.
everywhere the industry is dictating terms to the scholar domain. Like
Mm-hmm.
the schools will go and ask, what do you need your workers to do? And they will provide the corporation with the skills.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a relation there. Like the the country could say, well, we're going to give them those skills anyway.
Right.
Like we're going to provide them with knowledge, but instead they're actually in cahoots with the companies and provide the companies with workers. Like the model is not the same. It's not a
Yeah.
we're not about making good citizens. We're about making good workers.
True that. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Like what those Smurf. It's not out of the realm of possibility that I can see that that these corporations get so desperate, so vile that they'll let 5 and 6 year olds work in their factories again, like back in the industrial times, the industrial age. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like we done.
Do you remember being seeing like World War One, World War Two posters where everybody would chip in and make some
Yeah,
bombs?
yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's the same. Like everybody makes some bombs and everybody happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see Boeing have a little like a 8 or 5 year old stepping on top of the wing of the plane, put it together.
Yeah, it's a
Oh my
bring
god.
your kid to war day.
Yeah, yeah, the build a fighter jets. Yeah, Lockheed Martin and Airbus and Rumpf and Grumman, all them. Yeah, yeah. Just bring a kid to make weapons to kill people. That's what it's all about. Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Get ready for that sort of talk because Scott Ritter is gonna ding your head about the killing.
Yeah. I can't wait to have Scott Ritter on my show, man, next
I'm
month.
so
That's
jealous, man. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it's gonna be me and him. I might invite you though. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna invite you, man. I'm
No,
gonna see.
don't. No, no, no. You
You
can
don't
you
want.
can use that as a carrot for me for a month. Like, don't give it to me
Okay.
straight.
Nah, man. You did so much for me, man. Like like when Ty Peasant was out, for a month, you stepped in. I owe it to you, man. You know. Hey. I thought I was nervous with JB. You seen the interview with me and Liz did with JB. I was nervous as fuck. Man, this one, oh my god. Like oh man, a brilliant mind, of foreign policy, like coming on this little show. Like, wow. Then
You're
I
gonna
got
explode. It's gonna explode you, and I'm here for it. I'm so here
yeah,
for it. And actually,
yeah.
get ready for the feds to come and check you out too.
Oh Lord, yeah. I know. Yeah. They'll come out. Hell, they probably knock on my door while we
And
live streaming.
yeah,
Man.
what I
Yeah.
wouldn't give for that kind of clout.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, I kind of thought about like wanting a big Twitter account, but I look like what some of those folks get on their posts from these trolls. I'm like, maybe it's a blessing in disguise that Twitter's keeping me at bay. Like, I just can't put up with that shit, man. Like, every time you look at your notifications, it's some stupid from a fucking loser that live in their basement. Yeah, like maybe it's good to be small. I don't know. Like you want to push out what you say, but again, like the consequences is a bunch of fucking losers. You know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah.
It's gonna take
Uh,
strategy. It's gonna take strategy, and it's not as easy as just hitting a nail on the head with a hammer. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of thinking about it, and when you actually do strike the nail, the whole game is played already.
yeah,
So yeah,
true,
it's
man.
it's the future is awesome for that though. Like there's so many possibilities of change. Like the old is being replaced as we speak by the new. So like we live in the times of change, and that's exhilarating for some people. Well, people like us. I mean.
Yeah, man. I really want to see change. I want to see progress, man. At least before I die. Like at least a lot of folks accept the fact that they won't see it when they die, but I want to see it. Like I kind of want to be positive in that aspect. You see what I'm saying? Like yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So okay, Smurf. Any last words before we log off?
No, man. Fuck cancer and take care of your house animals while you have them, and do the revolution. That's very important.
That's
I'm just a
good,
dude
man.
with a hat, but you guys have ideas. You guys are young. You guys have AKs, so you guys got to do it.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be on the lines. I'm gonna be in the militias, man. I might not even see the change, but at least I went down fighting, right? So yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. That's the episode of the Good Faith Show 101 with Smurf segment. Be sure to like the video and again donate on the bottom of your ticker to Tired Peasant. That's our cash app. Scroll on the bottom of your screen right there. Give what you can. If you can't, man, just retweet her mutual request. She got it on her page. So all right, Smurf, man. See you on the other side, man. Well, see you on the ATP after dark, man. I owe it to you.
Cool.
All right, man. Peace out, man.